Well, hello, my chaotic crew. Bentley Michaels here. Hey, hot enough for you out there? Oh, my word. It's been so steamy here in Oregon the last couple of weeks. In the 70s, I brought out my jorts. It's been fantastic. Hey, you want to cool off with some cool discounts? AwesomeDice.com, 15% off at checkout with the promo code chaotic. You know, if you got a group, you got maybe you run an after school program, something like that. Dude, this is the buy in bulk, my babies. Get 15% off on us. Also, go to iTunes. Leave us an iTunes review and, help us climb the charts. I want to read it on air. I want to give you a shout out. I just need those reviews. Let's just take over everything. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, retweet us, that sort of stuff. Help us get out there. But we all know what time it is. And it's time for the music. In 3, 2,
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, D&D's, iTunes' Stitcher. Caleb, Pandora yet?
I don't know.
Well, everybody else's number one D&D 5e Play podcast. I am your host and DM for Season 3. Bentley Michaels, to my right we have...
Caleb as Cinder Darkloft.
Dash is Peleus.
Rhett is Duroc. And Milo is Ren.
Oh, and last time, everybody, our boys... first of all, real quick, Rhett, nice to have you back. You're not just looking at the side of my face through the Skype connection.
It was a great view, though.
Yes. You didn't turn your camera on once, mainly because you had a 6-foot hoagie over there. You weren't sick. You just wanted to eat an entire 6-foot sub by yourself.
I didn't want to be judged.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I got a 6-foot sub, but I don't want to share it.
AKA, I'm contagious, and you'll all die.
No, you were very sick. You got swine flu, and now he's back. So last time, our guys were on the landmass of Boglate. They went to outpost number 2. Peleus, he was romancing that sweet secretary. He's going to free her. He's going to set her free. You guys got some gear, and you started to make your way to the middle of the landmass. You entered a cave. You saw where the goblins were clanking away. Duroc tried to kick one of them, completely whiffed it, and Peleus, finally was like, "Oh, I got a little prickle of magic on my back," and then he remembered, "Oh, wait, I have a magical map." And then it started leading you towards the center of the island. You found a very tall cone-like wooden rock structure. Peleus, getting a natural 20, took him a while, but he made it around the edge and finally found the same circled dragon head's emblem that you had seen on the gold in the loot layer, and what was on everybody's favorite NPC probe around his neck. Probe. Peleus stuck his hand in it. It started to heat up. Ren, the coolest use of this spell, teleported him to another dimension to get him out of the trap.
That was awesome.
And then brought him back.
Oh, that's right.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then finally, you bowling balled it in the eyes and the mouth, pushed it in. The doors opened like an elevator door, and then perception checks all around. Late into the evening now, 2, 3 in the morning. Somebody had just walked up behind you.
That's right.
You saw a shadowy figure emerging into the light. And that's where we are for this week. So, you have turned around. You see the shadowy figure. You have a door behind you that's open. The adventure begins.
I turn around and fireball the figure.
And I whip whatever it is coming at us.
Okay.
No, I don't. So we all sense that there's someone.
You have all turned around and you've seen it.
Okay, cool. I turn around and I go, "Hello, who's there?"
The golden lady, if that's cool with you.
What?
That'd be nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's
We
dope.
now introduce our player for the next couple of sessions, Riley. Everybody, yay, fanfare!
Yay, Riley.
All right.
I won't kill you.
Yes, we've actually been looking for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
that's
is
pretty
kind
cool.
of a big deal.
But wait a minute. How do we really know she is who she says she is?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, anyone can say they're a golden lady.
I'm the golden lady.
I look at you. Are you gold? Are you golden?
I mean, in spirit and in heart, absolutely.
Oh,
To
my
you, she
word.
looks like a human. She's wearing mainly black, but you see, if she were to turn around, you would see a similar emblem to the coin and the thing that you just pushed in on the wall. If she were to turn around, it's kind of like the reverse version of like what the Zarvog guys are wearing,
Gotcha.
but without the weird little Sub-Zero tunic. She's just more Zorro-esque.
Is Probe with us?
I think Probe, honestly, I don't remember.
I think he came with us. I think he was following us.
Well, if he wasn't, then he magically teleported and he's here.
Yeah, how does he react?
Probe, that's a really good question. I probably should have listened to the last... Usually I listen to the last episode we did just so I can remember. Forgot to do it. Well, Probe being magically teleported here. Probe is very, very excited, and he very much humbles himself and kind of like bends down and and is sort of bowing in front of her, and he's very, very excited.
Peleus sees that Probe is bowing, and then Peleus does like a curtsy, kind of like, yes, golden lady, it's nice to meet you then. It seems like Probe knows exactly who you are. Question, do you know what's in this here dungeon?
Wow, that was so many pleasantries. I couldn't tell you specifically because I don't go wandering into places that might be dangerous for no reason, but you might want to explore that yourself.
You have a higher wisdom than we do, don't
Yes,
you?
no, yeah,
It's
I can
possible.
tell.
I don't know you.
I don't know
so-
any danger.
I'll just say I have
You're
a low
very
wisdom.
smart, yeah.
Not higher
Yes,
than me.
so
but-
what are you guys doing here exactly?
Well, it's a long story.
well, part of it was we were looking for you. We've heard that you've been.
Oh, yes, you said that.
You've been helping a lot of these littler people here, the goblins. And
Now, when we say
saving
little
them.
people, we don't mean it in a non-PC way. We mean
Uh-huh.
it in a politically correct, actual, they're just tiny.
You
Objective.
could leave out little people and just say goblins.
Right, his wordage, not mine.
as
okay,
a
okay.
little person,
Oh,
I
okay.
relate to them.
See,
Pulling that card.
He can
he
use that
calls
word.
himself that. That's on him.
That's his word.
I'll get to say it
All right,
now.
then.
I'm just saying we've established I get to say little people now.
Okay. Oh, good.
Because you know it.
Excellent.
Oh,
So-
no one.
So
My
it
best
sounds
friend's a
like-
little person.
It sounds like you had some need to find me. Maybe.
Yes, there was a reason we were looking for
Yeah, let
you.
us have a talk real quick to remember
Well,
Oh, okay.
I feel like you know where the
the sword.
That's why.
yeah,
The
the
half of the
sword.
sword.
Oh,
And
the
like
sword.
the altar and all that stuff, the special whatever you call it, room we're looking for.
Yeah.
I will
template.
remind you guys. You've only heard tale of her as being a Zorro-like a Robin Hood type character that has been helping the people out.
Yeah.
You do not specifically know if she has any information that you guys are going down this the way that you guys are going at it now. I don't believe it's ever been said. You just know that she represents Sidset Lady of the Yellow. The people call her the Golden Lady because she wears Sidset's emblem, but think of her more as a Robin Hood or Zorro-esque character.
Right. Okay.
Well,
Or-
what we're here to do is recover a tool, a weapon of the Lady in Yellow, Sidset, and hopefully with that we will be able to take on an evil that's been brewing among some of the dwarves. The Red Dragon has been released.
Oh, Zarvog. Yeah,
Zarvog.
he's the worst. I don't like that guy. That's a terrible dragon.
Yeah, so we feel like if we go into this here dungeon, maybe this will lead us to where, the sword is that we need. And then if we get that sword, we can liberate this here landmass
So,
island.
so you're looking for the sword of
Yeah.
Sidset, Lady
Yep.
of the Yellow. I have been looking for that for a very long time. It is
Really?
very,
Yeah.
it's been very difficult. But I've got kind of a semi-decent bearings on where her temple is, and the sword should be there. But
Really? Is
yeah.
it by chance through this door
you know,
behind
it might
us?
be. It might be. It might be. We
right.
might have to just go explore it. But you can go first, buddy, and I'll follow behind you.
This seems too easy.
I want to kind of look at Duroc and the sword. And I'll say, we have half of the sword.
Oh my gosh. Can I see it?
Classic Ren.
Can I see it? Can I hold it?
Here's everything that we have.
I don't think you need to hold it.
Duroc has it. It's in a really nice sheath.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wrapped in
See
a
this
tiger pelt.
A tiger pelt. Oh,
yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, okay, here, check this out.
Nice sound effect.
Just so for the listener, Rhett, mind pulling out the sword, and is now holding it out in front of him.
Physically holding his arms up for no one.
My lady.
For you guys, my best friends.
The golden
My only
lady's
friend.
gonna approach and kind of like just gaze at it and like touch it like, oh, I want it so bad. I've been searching for it so long.
Yeah, pretty
But-
cool, but don't touch.
I'm sorry. Okay.
She, by the way, she is from what you can see a little bit of because most of you had dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not.
I think
Half of you.
the two of us do.
Okay, so only half of you. So the two that do not have dark vision, just through the moonlight, you see this person is anywhere in the range of 5'10" to 6'2". The people with dark vision will notice a little bit of pointy ears, but not too pointy. Think Yamhorn. Like a little halvesy ears, if you will.
So I'm glad you're excited by swords and all, and I put the sword away.
Oh my gosh.
However, is anyone else not concerned on how she just found us out here?
Well, she's been looking for this temple that we are looking for too. It makes sense. Our times converge. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it
things
makes a little
happen.
too much sense. if
And
ask
you
me.
know what? All due disrespect. I actually am a native of this island and explore it frequently. So you guys stand out like a sore thumb.
Okay.
Very much so.
But if she's been looking for the sword as long as she claims, how did we get here before her? I mean,
That's a great question. How
look
did
at
you
us.
get here?
Does that really matter, Duroc?
I mean, you know, we got this map here.
What?
Yeah, look at this map.
Oh, you had a magic map and you think I should have found it by myself first? Okay.
what are
Sans-
magic
Yes.
maps rare?
Sans magic
I'll
map?
be honest, magic melt. I'm having a stroke. Magic maps help.
Yeah, that's a little helpful. That's
Peleus
helpful.
magic map.
me-
I
Maybe
just
it's
kind of
magic
assume
help.
if a bunch of yahoos like us have a magic map, that somebody who has a badass nickname like the Golden Lady might have one too.
Okay, that's pretty nice of you to think that because I have this title, I would have the glorious things that sound just as wonderful as my title. But assuming you didn't just come across this by happenstance, assuming it wasn't just something you found randomly, it was probably not something you would come across, and it's probably the only one of its kind.
Oh.
So it would be silly if I had one as well.
Yeah, we did have to kill a super badass for
certainly
it. So.
earned it.
Yeah.
But
We didn't really kill him.
I do need to say we've heard like absolutely wonderful
Cindy
things
weren't
about
there
you.
anything.
Oh, thank you.
I
You
definitely didn't kill
saved
him.
a lot of people in the north of this island, rescued them from Zervog. What was it like up there?
Oh, it's really bleak. I mean, honestly, in all 6 of the main outposts, it's kind of rough. 1 and 4 are the worst because there's the largest soldier presence there. Because after Zarvog's release and everything, it's just all kind of been a mess. Like people have been discouraged and kind of enslaved. And like you said, you want to help free people. That's awesome. I can respect
Yeah,
that. But
especially one secretary.
oh. Okay.
Long story.
Yeah, no, take love where you find it, my dude. But yeah, it's just a matter of I want to go and provide hope where I can and remind people of Sidset, the Lady of the Yellow, because my lady would have wanted it that way. She would have wanted me to inspire hope and help these people through this troubled time.
Lily, that was the secretary's name.
Nice.
Well done.
Well,
All right.
have we got our introductions out of the way, Duroc? Because you seem to be the one that's.
All
mostly
right, I
concerned
guess
about
I'll be
this.
the one guy who's a little bit untrusting, as usual.
I say we explore this cave. Would you like to join us?
I will come with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
real quick. What kind of, I don't know.
Like, should we do a job
Fighting
interview
style?
or something first?
Well,
Like-
I mean, dungeons are dangerous, and if you can obviously tell, we're all experienced heroes and adventurers.
and Dungeoneers.
Oh.
What
I can
kind
tell
of,
that.
battle or combat experience do you have? I use magic, and I'm pretty good. So, what do you use?
What do you
what
bring
kind of
to the
combat?
table?
I
You
am
bring-
literally the golden lady. I don't feel like I need to perform an interview for you.
Do you
Well-
have a really strong connection with Sidset? Because I have a very strong connection with a god. I don't know if you've heard of Ulagon.
No, haven't heard
he's
of him.
pretty much he's the god of death and life and pretty much everything for what am I, a halfling? If you ever need help or anything, I know Ulagon's always there for you and would be willing
Yes.
to. Yeah,
I think I'll stick with Sidset, Little Lady of the Yellow, but that is good for you. Probably a puny god for puny creatures, but that's fine.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
So,
okay.
anyway,
like,
and
I mean, I'm not
I
religious
think-
by any means here, but like,
snap.
he's been kind of helpful.
You know what? That's fair. You have probably been the most helpful in discussing with me your purpose for being here. I apologize for any unnecessary
Ulagon.
hurt feelings.
did, but so
that
is Ren,
comment
though.
may have
Like-
caused. Now, are we going to stand here and compare abilities, or are we going to go find this sword?
All right.
You know
I
what?
like that.
One last thing before
bold
we go in. Gentlemen, will you join me over here real quick for a second?
I'm
Can
so
I get
sorry.
a sidebar?
Yeah.
Mrs. Golden Lady, Ms. Golden Lady, I'm so sorry. We're going to have
is
to
there
do
something
a group huddle.
you would prefer to be called?
Yeah, do you have like
maybe- do you
an
have a-
actual name?
Like,
My-
I mean,
my
Golden
name
is
the
a real
Golden
name.
Lady.
That's it. It's just Golden Lady.
PGL.
That is it.
I mean,
Oh,
I know
that is
somebody
so badass.
in real life whose name is Golden, so
How about we call you Golda?
I prefer the Golden Lady because it carries respect with that title, but I
All
just
right.
If
cannot
we-
force you to call me.
that's
if we run
fair.
into trouble, it's gonna be hard to like scream out the Golden Lady.
I
help."
will call you Milady.
Oh, okay.
And then he takes her hand and he kisses it.
Oh,
She will accept Milady from all of you.
Oh, all right.
Okay, gentlemen,
Yes, that's reasonable.
Scramble over here.
So sorry, one moment.
Sidebar.
Yeah,
You guys all go into a huddle, and she stands there like
She can clearly hear everything we're
arms
saying.
around the side.
you guys literally just
hover
turned
up.
around. And Derek's like, "All right, whisper voices."
Yeah.
Now, anyway,
So, Cinder, you were saying?
Yes. What are we gonna do if and when we find this sword? She might be after it for herself.
I talk about like, are we gonna offer?
like we might have to.
I mean, there's only one of us here that really wields swords, so it seems weird to like hand it off to somebody.
Right.
Ren, you just kind of like see a little tear as he's thinking about all of
that's the
Yomhorn's
trash on the hill.
all of Yomhorn's little side huddles.
Oh no! Oh,
It was not my intention. Okay. to
Cold call back this.
Cinder turns the chair around backwards.
yeah.
why is Cinder exactly like Yomhorn?
Nobody knows. I kind of point at the sword that I'm carrying and say, "You're not the only one, Duroc."
But you never have used it.
So
That's true.
You
That's-
only
I
use a
haven't needed
whip.
to.
We have like a whole
I've
theme
kicked
song
ass
about
with
it.
this whip so far. I haven't needed to draw my sword.
And it's unique. It makes you really stand out in the group.
it seems
Yes, ladies, you're all very pretty. Can we go in the dungeon now?
Oh, yeah,
Hang on,
just
we have
one
to-
second. We're
we
almost
have to
done.
decide if we need to kill you in the end. So
Just give us a quick second.
All right, guys, if we need to kill her in the end, the code word is Funky Town.
That's what it was. We did it was like a session or two ago, and like there's a code word, and like, do we have a code word? And I couldn't remember what it was.
Funky Town.
all right.
All right, I'm
But you
just
have to
gonna
use it naturally.
That means do kill her or don't kill her.
it means that
I'm
she's
just
Is that
gonna
like a
say-
safe word?
I'm gonna say
No,
right now.
It's the
Say
unsafe.
right now that we should definitely probably not wantonly murder people.
Well, duh.
We
It's
have
too
been
late for that.
Getting into a habit of it, and I think maybe we should start to rein it back a little, yeah?
Okay, all right, okay. Option A, or the first
Also,
option.
I want you, all my
desired
players,
option.
to remember of all of the good and hope that everything that you've heard of this person. But
Oh yeah,
continue-
she saves people.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
She saved a whole bunch of people in Outpost
Plan
number 3
A.
when Zarvog attacked. She brings hope to
That's
the
what I'm
entire
saying.
Plan
land.
A, we don't kill her.
She's good. We
If it gets out of line, we can we'll part ways. Then Plan C,
We'll knock her out.
kill her.
All right,
Funky
okay,
Town
okay.
only means kill.
Seriously, so
Yes, Plan
She-
C.
Is
Right?
Funky Town.
Yeah, okay,
listen,
Funky Town.
listen. So she's basically a hero of.
So
this
are we.
land.
Yeah.
She
There's 4 of us.
And now we have a
up on
weird
high.
conflict
I
of
don't think-
interest.
I don't think she's gonna.
I
do
think she's a
anything evil
good
with it.
person, so we
How
shouldn't.
do you know?
Come on.
Listen, I agree with him.
Me and Ren are the only actually
Look
good
at her.
people
She's
here.
pretty. She's good. That's what it means. If you're attractive, you're probably good. That's just a law of life.
I have to say,
Better looking, higher.
I agree with Peleus, but I will say, if we have to crack one egg to save the entire,
Back to the egg.
yeah, you know,
All right.
We
like
will
if she
have
goes
to
for the
do-
sword that we need to save the world.
No one kills her. Okay?
But also, I
And
guess
I yell that out too. No one's killing her.
we're talking about somebody else.
nobody's.
Somebody else.
Oh, so sorry. We're talking about my.
Lily,
Yes, we're talking about Lily.
Lily, the
Yeah,
secretary.
the secretary.
If
I
you
love
try to
her.
kill Lily, I will defend her.
No, she's a
yeah,
great.
yeah, we
no, we're
just-
saying nobody's
you
going
heard
to kill
no
her.
one's gonna kill Lily.
yeah.
I don't know how we had to
Okay.
spell that out.
Okay.
But regardless,
let's go.
guys,
Let's go. In
we
the,
get another
There's too
magical
much
sword,
murder on the table.
but we also have my magical sword too.
Shut up. No one cares.
That's great, dude. That's
Let's
real
just
cool.
go into the
All right,
dungeon.
let's go to the. All right, Ms. Golden Lady.
Sorry for
Milady, if you will, accompany us into this.
Please, do you mind a bit of chivalry? I'll get the door. Is that all right?
The door's already
Yeah, the door's open.
Yes, the door is open.
Dunce.
Absolutely. Lady's choice. You want me to go in first and kill whatever's in the way, or
Yeah, well, Duroc,
This
you
is all
should
very
take-
misogynistic. Wow.
Yeah.
You
This is
should
why
take the lead.
I'm only
I'm glad
313 years old. I'm a bit out of place.
Oh, okay.
he's stuck in his ways.
Take the lead.
When I was younger, things were different.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
a lot of wrong.
Duroc's gonna take the lead then, and then I'll hang in the back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm squishy.
And the golden lady's kind of just going to roll her eyes at you want to come with us? Because she had already decided to go. And she's just like, okay.
Yeah. No.
And like she overheard definitely that you guys were like, should we kill her at the end? Like,
Oh, no.
whatever. And she's just going to be like, oh, my word.
Yeah, that was partially on purpose.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
wonderful. It was meant to intimidate.
And it was
Durek kept
unsuccessful.
pulling his sword out and putting it back. He's like, "Oh, right now, right. Look how fast I can do it."
Look, this is how quick I can kill somebody.
Just an idea. Just throwing this out there.
Okay, Ren. Your ideas are always valued here in Ren and Friends.
Taking a rest here wouldn't be the worst
There's
thing.
full-sized ideas are always.
Taking a rest.
Ren is onto something.
We've spent some time out there in the world, and I've used some of my spells.
Yeah.
I'm a little
I've
sleepy.
taken some damage.
Okay.
There's some spells I'd like to read in my book that
I wasted my super kick
might be
ability
really
earlier.
useful in a dungeon.
I look to the
That I would like
golden
to
lady
prepare in
to
the
see her
morning.
reaction to this suggestion.
To rest?
Yeah, you want some? I got some food we can cook up over a fire.
That's fine. If you need to rest, I can take first watch.
She's a badass. All right.
Okay.
Well, you're not gonna rob us, because that's typically my move. Is I take first watch and then I rob people.
That's really interesting to hear you tell me openly and freely.
Well, I'm a pirate,
Oh,
so I've kind of left it behind me, but also not really.
It's all right. I will protect you while you sleep. I will not
Physically
rob you.
on her, you notice that she's got a couple of daggers and a longbow.
Awesome. And then Peleus drops and starts snoring.
Oh, you guys don't want to sing songs while we cook dinner, or
Cinder starts patting around and realizing that bastard took my crowbar.
It's all right. It's nothing near compared to the dwarven crowbars. So
That is true. You pop that door open real quick with that dwarven crowbar.
Okay, so
I'll sleep too.
we're gonna take a rest.
Okay.
I'm like
to
cooking some
regain
bacon.
our
And
spells.
I'm,
I'm gonna swap a spell out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I definitely want to get Millstone.
I mean that one's cool, but I'm gonna.
What's so funny is that, like, because we're always like a couple of weeks, sometimes a month in between playing, Rhett sings the I Do song once a session.
Yeah.
So it's like every 4 episodes. It's always like you can probably mark the first episode of the session by Rhett singing the I Do song.
It comes back. It comes back.
It always comes back. But I like that it comes back.
Yeah, me too. It's fun.
Because I think that would be like Durok's thing. Like, you'd be like, having a good time.
Well, it's like,
and then you're like, what if I could make this I Do song a haiku? Boil down the essence of I Do into 3 lines, 5, 7, and 5.
I'm going to work on that.
As you
Make
cook
a
your
note.
bacon, Durok, whoever's awake notices that Durok now has his notebook out as he's cooking. Who's going to sleep?
Cinder.
Okay, Cinder goes to sleep.
I've been asleep.
Peleus just fell over into a
The
coma.
uncanny ability to just collapse asleep at
Drop
will.
like a sack of potatoes. Ren.
Before bed, I'm going to grab some of my incense, a little bit of holy water, and I'm going to
Okay.
cast Commune. Takes a minute. I get to ask Ulagan 3 questions.
Is this the yes/no one?
Yes, no one.
Great.
If you want to ask another god a question too, it's possible.
Is it?
Maybe one that's more helpful.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's my your deity.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So you cast Commune?
Yep.
Okay.
First thing I want to ask is,
You got Ulagan. Talk to me.
Ulagan,
Hello?
to your knowledge, is this woman the Golden Lady?
Do you have to ask the questions out loud?
I don't know.
You did last time, but I don't think you have to.
Okay.
If you would like to commune silently,
I would do it
I'll
out
allow
loud.
it.
I wouldn't care.
But you, I mean, if you're sitting there like in a Ren trance, you got your hands, and legs crossed or whatever, and you want to say it out loud, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But
So
if you ever want to do it silently, you're more than welcome to.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. So what was the question again?
So Ulagan, is this woman the lady in gold who she says she is?
Golden Lady.
Golden lady.
Yes.
I like how you had to think. For
Well, he said it opposite of the name. So
Oh.
he said like the Lady in Gold, and then I was like, wait, because then I got Sid Set Lady of the Yellow going on in my head, and
Is the other half of the sword within this temple? Our sword that we're looking for. Okay, I'm sure. Cool.
Uh-oh.
I think you caught him while he's in the bathroom.
Oh, God!
Ulagan.
freaking Taco Tuesday.
Ulagan,
Yes, Ren.
are you still happy with my performance as your person here on the earth?
I gotta go.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
That hurts real bad.
Dang.
Peleus wakes up. Oh, brutal! And he goes back to sleep.
That hurts.
He didn't say no. And I'm just saying that to you as Rhett, your friend in real life.
What if Ren changes? He loses faith in his god and becomes like a cultist.
So here's the deal: is that
It'd be dope.
from the way that Milo has been playing Ren recently, from how he originally started playing Ren, which was all about Ulagan, all about exalting Ulagan, and while he asks about Ulagan, as the DM / Ulagan, he kind of feels as though Ren, having been in Cade, correct? Coming from Cade, that's your town? He was always sort of like, he found magic late in life, once he found his father's spellbook. And when you first met Ren, he was much more reserved. And as he's sort of grown power, and he's basically only seen success, and he's leveled up, and he's got a freaking AC of like 19 or something like that.
Are you
He can
kidding me?
fly. He's got thaumaturgy. He's, converted, hundreds of people. Ren, if you haven't noticed, has been changing, especially now also as he's sort of going through his dad's book and whatever. Ulagan feels that Ren might be getting unbeknownst to Ren probably doesn't think this, but he's getting a little too big for his britches in certain areas and might be taking a few liberties, not realizing that he's crossing lines that Ulagan may or may not like, but, you know, that's why he was kind of like, I appreciate the shout out, but also, you know, cool it, you little murder hobo, because he's kind of
Murder hobo.
Because his answer to cauterizing a guy's arm that was cut off was to shoot radiant light at him and kill him. I'm trying to heal you with death.
What if Ren starts confusing like all of these like impulses like that he thinks Ulagan's giving him, and they're just like horrible, evil things.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what was that? Like the dog talks to him. What was that? The
yeah, what?
Summer Sam.
Yeah.
Peleus, you wake up dead.
So yeah, Ren's
You wouldn't wake up.
Okay, Ren. Yes.
definitely a little heartbroken, I guess.
Okay.
From this response, he was just kind of asking out of, I don't know. He didn't have a third question to ask, so he just wanted to confirm things were still going good. But so he's going to go off a little bit away from people and just kind of think a little bit before he falls asleep.
Do do do. Sad Charlie Brown music.
So we wake up in the morning, and I realize
Well-
that Ren like fell asleep.
Wait,
No.
no, she took first watch. We
Okay.
still have more watches to go.
Oh, all right. Who do you wake up for the next watch?
You can wake me up, because I fell asleep.
I'm the
first.
best
Definitely.
killing machine that this team has.
You could roll a 1d4.
I don't think I want the person who talked about murdering me the most up when I'm asleep.
Roll a d4 and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. More one. 2.
Nice.
Actually, two.
Worked out well for me. All right, so I wake up Peleus. And, oh, that's right. Thank you. I forgot because I covered it with my papers. Okay, yep. So,
All right, and Peleus wakes up, and he gets his staff. He goes, all right, I'll keep watch. You go ahead and go to sleep.
Falls asleep immediately.
Yeah, I gotta...
Just hangs onto it and
I'll keep watch.
standing up. Cool. All right. So you guys do that. You guys sleep. It is now morning. Whoever fell asleep, you hear the sounds of the jungle, the rainforest, if you will, coming alive.
The howling monkeys are the ones that are the loudest.
They're like, you know, monkey noises.
Great, monkey.
And yeah, that's great. Baboon butts.
I've heard them.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
That was great. Well, I don't need to do any sound effects thus far. Oh yeah. No, that's a yum horn.
Yamhorn's dead.
I don't like how big your smile is right now, my friend. Caleb isn't.
Okay, so you guys wake up, and I want all of you to roll me perception checks. You can be like making breakfast, or if you're hungry or whatever. We'll say you've been up for about 30 minutes, so you're making food. And during that time, you roll perception checks, and we'll go around.
16.
5.
15.
14.
15.
Great. Peleus, little groggy from taking that watch. You got the 5, right?
That 2-minute watch.
Yeah. Well, it was 4 hours. So you guys all got a long rest. So he's like, "Ugh, getting up early in the morning." Everyone hears through the jaguar sounds and everything else. You start to hear what seems to be a kerfuffle in the jungle coming from the same sort of direction that you came from.
Would you call it a rumble, maybe?
I would not. I would call it a kerfuffle.
Dang.
I draw my sword.
Let's
and
make it
draw
a
my shield.
rumble.
Okay, that's all I'm telling you. So you hear and what you would assume are beings coming through the jungle.
As soon as I hear it, I say, "Everybody else hear that kerfuffle?" And I've got my sword and shield ready.
I do. Should we go inside and see if we can close this door, or do we stand and fight? Assuming we have to fight, we don't know.
I think I've been banned from answering these questions in the party.
My lady, what say you? You're more
By
experienced
the way,
in this territory.
the stone door Still open.
We just let a bunch of creatures
classic,
in.
a U archway.
Yeah.
That kind of like opened up from the center.
Yeah.
Speak friend and enter.
Milady,
In,
we just met you, but you're now in charge of us.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
In my opinion, we should draw our weapons and be ready, for they may be soldiers. But I think we should enter into the cave and stay at the entrance, because I don't want to be able to be surrounded, and we can kind of filter them through there.
Like the story of the
Bottleneck.
300.
She's smart.
Like the story of the 300 dwarves that fought off the invading armies.
boy.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
let's go in.
All right, go ahead
Ren,
and get behind me, everybody.
How big did you say the door was as it opened?
Archway, it's at least 7 feet tall at the highest point, and I would probably say 6 feet wide. Because I believe I said
So Duroc can barely get through.
his big old booty.
Got to grease him up.
That's my noggin. Just can't fit through. I got a big old head.
Is
bobblehead Duroc.
does it appear that the door can be reclosed in any way?
Based off of what you saw, so like you just saw like the stamp, the seal of the dragon's head, and like the sort of like sunlight arrays around it. And it didn't look like there was anything there until you did the bowling ball thing, and then it's like magically a seam appeared and opened up. As of right now, you don't really see what's inside. You don't see, like, there's no handles or anything for you to be like, well, shut these two doors together.
Luckily, I brought some blasting powder from the ship, so we can just blow it closed.
You guys, I have an idea. Let's like my lady suggested. Let's get inside, just inside the door. I'm gonna cast minor illusion, see if we can maybe cover up this entrance so they don't know that it's here and that we're here.
Are you sure you don't want to just put a piece of paper in my hand? I'll scare them off with bureaucracy.
You hear the things coming, you hear the kerfuffle getting closer, and you would imagine that within 10 to 15 seconds, they are going to break the tree line into the open area that you are, and will see you.
I say, get behind me, and I cast minor illusion.
Quickly, friends. Yeah,
We're gonna
convene
get
into the
inside.
thing?
Yeah.
We're gonna
All
get
right.
inside the cave. We all get inside the cave.
Quickly.
Okay, so you all run inside of
Yeah.
the doorway?
Yes.
And then you cast
Cinder?
minor illusion.
Do you run inside as well?
I do.
More like minor a loser.
And even if this door auto closes, I wanna try to do this.
Okay. So you all go inside of the doorway,
Yes.
and the second that you are all in, the door completely shuts. Torches light up all over, and where the door once was, you do not see a seam. It looks as though it was never there. The only thing that you see is the same sort of stamp, if you will, the same the same sort of engraved carving of Sid Set's emblem. That's what you see on the inside, almost like as a marker. This is where the door was. If you turn around, I don't want to. If you want to do something, go ahead.
I am concerned about them following us in because it maybe took us a little bit to figure out how to get in. I would imagine that other people are maybe a little bit smarter.
A party of higher intelligence.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So I do still want to cast minor illusion. It's a cantrip, so I'm not worried about burning any slots.
Go ahead.
So it just happens. And basically, if they physically interact with it, they realize it's an illusion. Otherwise, they have to do an intelligence check against my spell save.
I'm waiting on the exact opposite side of the illusion. Ready.
And I just want it to be like vines and basic jungle.
Oh,
stuff.
even smarter
but
than a door.
The door's closed, so you literally.
I
even
want to
once-
cover the door up.
Once they dispel the illusion, they still have to open the door.
Oh, gotcha.
So it gets us a little bit
Gotcha.
Okay.
of safety. So that's what I do.
Okay. You cast minor illusion, and on the inside of this area, you see vines take over the wall where everything else is stone.
Awesome.
On the outside, there were already vines and foliage and stuff like that were covering up that Peleus had to get through. Except that he rolled a natural 20, so he found it much easier. But to the layman's eye, they would not see it normally.
What a good illusion.
Well, it's a
But
good
on
thing
the
it's a
inside,
cantrip.
now you have a nice, even better marker than just like the dragon's head. You're like, now we go back to the vines.
Yeah.
You know,
You did it.
The illusionists.
I did something, guys.
The illusionists of Würzburg were among the finest in the world.
Okay, that's cool.
And I'd be honored to I would have been honored to have you in my army.
So what do we see before us besides some
great.
torches?
I grab my pickaxe.
So this is what the door looked like. Just so you guys know, the little seam that kind of like opened up. And that's also the same sort of like marking. Basically, now this is covered in vines. So, way to go, Cinder.
Looks better that way.
Yeah. So down here, the red that I just marked that this is where you all are. So you see this vast expanse of it's circular in the sense that like you were at the bottom of like a very tall cone or whatever. It's not perfect carved out rock, it looks very natural to you, but it is in sort of a circular shape. And there's torches all around the walls, on sconces, 12 to 15 feet in the air, just sort of lighting this place up. For as tall as that you saw the rock being, because it was several hundred feet, like going up in a cone thing, the ceiling is probably only 20, maybe 25 feet tall, and kind of just sort of goes rounds up like into a dome-ish type of thing with the wall. In front of you you see mounds of treasure, mounds of which is all the gold stuff, mounds of treasure. You see tons of like pirate chests all over the place. You see a couple of you see 3 platforms. There's stuff all over the place. There's swords, there's bows, there's scrolls, there's treasure. It looks like the cave in Aladdin.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check to see if anything is magically either like
Booby trapped,
yeah, or any kind of like magic tripwire, I guess.
Okay.
And I want to do the same thing, but for physical traps, not magical.
Okay. Ooh.
18.
Okay. And Payless, you were specifically looking for what?
Like any kind of magical aura or like magical like tripwire or booby trap.
As far as tripwires or booby traps, you don't get the sense that there's like, if you pick something up, something's going to grab you, attack you, poison you, whatever. You do get the sense that there's magical items all over this place.
Okay.
And did you... No, you crit failed on the goblin gold. So you will recognize the gold, though, as the same goblin gold that you saw in the loot layer and in Varkam's chest and that sort of thing. It's got Sidset's stamp on it, similar to Probe. Oh yeah, I forgot Probe was with you. Okay, Probe goes inside too. Hey, Probe.
Oh yeah,
I was having too much fun.
The door closed before he could get in.
No, Probe wants in.
No, Probe was with you. Okay. I forgot. I was having too much fun listening to Riley play.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you see, there's a bunch of. Do you see auras? Is that how it works, or?
I just sense
you just get a sense.
It's an
Arcana
Arcana
you get a
check.
sense that there's a whole bunch of magical stuff. Nothing seems like it's going to, like, if you pick something up, nothing's going to attack you. It definitely looks genuine, but there's also like you get a sense from different items in the room. Like if you were to concentrate, you'd be like, that's maybe a magical item, maybe that's a spell scroll. That's a
Are those like
black ones?
Are those tables?
Yeah, there's like they're like 3 sort of like stone pillars.
Oh, cool. I want to walk over to them and check them out.
Okay.
Did I see any physical traps or anything?
You did not
pressure
see any
plates?
physical traps.
While Peleus is doing that, I would like to roll a history check to see if I have any knowledge of what kind of process or test this may be.
Okay.
If it is one, I don't know. It might just be a treasure room.
And I say, why don't we just let Peleus go and we'll see what happens?
18.
18.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And you want a history what exactly?
See if in any of like the scrolls or anything, there's any legend about like the temple, like if there are any.
Oh, in the scrolls in this room?
Oh, no. Are there scrolls in this room? Sure.
Yeah, there's scrolls. There's tons of stuff.
Oh, well then, yes, that is what I meant.
Or, well, okay. So as far as if you were to go and start searching the things, I'm assuming Peleus relates like it doesn't seem sort of trapped, and Cinder does something similar. There seems to be no like immediate traps or magical attacks waiting for us, although there are magical items. If you were to start searching through the stuff, this doesn't look like history stuff. This looks like a huge. Just like a huge treasure cove.
So
With different magical items.
you've lived here forever, and you worship the Sid set. Do you know anything about what's supposed to be inside of this temple besides the sword? Does this look normal?
I don't honestly know. I mean, Sid said is a dragon, so I would assume this is at least somewhat normal. But I would imagine this isn't booby-trapped or anything because she was a very benevolent creature and she wanted to inspire hope. But I feel like, there is some sort of test awaiting so that not any bozo could take the magical items. But
Hey, we're not bozos, all right?
I'm not a single
I didn't say
bozo.
you.
Cinder
Entire
has
room.
a 1,000-foot stare when he hears the word bozo.
I'm all
that
for
means
tests.
something.
I want to follow Peleus up to the 3.
Yeah,
Black.
Ren and I are at the pillars.
Thanks.
We're looking at pillars.
Okay, so imagine them just sort of like, imagine this table that I have sitting in front of me, this sort of long, luncheon table, cut into 3 sections. They're just there. And on top of them, you see different scrolls. Some rolled up, some half open, some...
I'm going to pick one of them up.
Probably another
And read
magical
it.
map because they're so common.
oh gosh.
So, Madam the Golden Lady, this is supposed to be a dragon's treasure hoard, or
It's possible. I mean, she's basically been folklore legend, and so I've never personally seen her, but
whoa? Wait.
Me neither.
You will also know that she hasn't been seen in hundreds of years. As explained in the last session, it's only like UFOs. Like people are like, oh, I saw her, and everyone's kind of like, yeah, sure you did.
Yeah. All right, Tom DeLonge, we get it.
So
Weird reference.
as Peleus
It was
like
for
picking that one up,
Bentley's
is there any difference besides like some of them being open and some of them being all the way closed?
No, it just
I
looks like
recognize?
somebody threw a bunch of. It looks like somebody's storage unit, kind of. Only it's worth a lot of. It would be worth a lot of.
So you said there's 3 scrolls on the 3 separate tables.
There's 3 tables. There's tons of scrolls
lots of
on them. Some open, some rolled up.
I want to do one more investigation check
Okay.
and just see if this place looks like it's been touched recently or if it's been a long time.
Also, Duroc earlier rolled a constitution check to overcome his species gold lust,
Okay.
and he rolled a 25.
Then
Good
you
job.
are looking at all this gold like, I could take you, but I'm Duroc Dragonsbane and I won't.
Also, I hate other dwarves.
I hate loot.
I hate their weaknesses.
I got a non-natural 20 on the investigation.
And what were you doing exactly?
I just want to see if this place looks like it's been untouched for a long time.
It looks it is as big of a weird sort of treasure room with crap randomly all over the place and that sort of thing. You would get the sense that it's completely untouched as far as like no one's been in here pillaging, but
Right.
also it's not super organized or anything.
Okay. I want to start walking around.
Real quick, what book is the dumb freaking loot tables in?
I think the Dungeon Master's guide.
Dungeon Masters
Okay, that's what I'm looking like.
I want to start walking around and just kind of. I'm not licking anything, but I want to kind of, taste
Are you
the
flicking
air.
your tongue out?
Yeah, I want to taste
You're
the
doing
air.
a snake
Number
taste?
one. Google
As I
search.
walk around, and I'm also looking to see if, because of my former profession, I want to see if I recognize any of these artifacts or items or anything
Okay.
like that.
I want to watch Peleus read the scroll that he picked up.
All right, so do you have to, real quick, one at a time. Cinder, what do you have to do?
I don't know, history check or investigation check.
Well,
whatever
are you using your magical tongue for like? Why are you using your tongue?
No, I am mostly just using my tongue to see if it reacts to anything in the room, and then on top of that,
You would get the same sense that Peleus got. There's tons of magical items all over the place.
but anything that the tongue is responding to specifically.
Because apparently the tongue's really special.
No, not specific.
Okay. And then on top
You just
of that,
get an overall taste of magic in your mouth.
okay,
Yeah.
but nothing that excites.
You
the
got that
tongue.
mouth magic, son.
No.
No,
Nothing that
no
excites
tongue
your
boners. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Your palate is neutral at this
okay,
point.
gotcha. And
Nothing
then-
like. Never mind.
And then on top of that, I just want to see if there's anything that I recognize as being particularly valuable that I might want to snag and sell.
You
You
got my
see
sword.
tons of gold, gems, all sorts of stuff all
everything.
over the place.
I start filling
It
my
looks
pockets.
like a
All right.
what's that? Uh-oh. I don't have my headphones on. I didn't hear what you said.
I start filling my pockets.
Okay. You start filling. What do you put in there?
Some gems.
Some gems?
Yeah, I'm not interested in coin necessarily, but things that I can sell for more than coin.
Okay.
Like I feel like I can get more money in my pockets by putting things in my pockets rather than just stuffing it full of gold.
Cinder, have
Great.
you ever considered making your money the honest way?
What's
By selling your exclusive beer recipe.
what's wrong with procuring things in a seemingly
Who were they? The what brothers?
the Brew Brothers?
The Brew Brothers.
Yeah. That's old school.
That was like episode that was early.
Like 14 or 15 of
Yeah,
season
yeah.
2. Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this about me, Duroc, but
No, I probably don't.
I went on a lot of adventures before meeting you guys, and I found a lot of things.
He hasn't brought it up this session yet, so he's
I have to do it at least once.
Okay.
And I would find rare artifacts. People would pay to put them in their museums, private collections, that kind of a thing. So this is what I do. This is an honest job.
Oh.
Do you see anybody that's stopping me from taking this jewel as I'm putting one?
Oh
in
my
my
gosh,
pocket?
that's so disrespectful.
What?
You're a terrible person.
What are you talking about?
Like, look, take it if you want. I'm just saying, like, there are other honest ways of making a living.
This is honest.
I'm not saying that it's dishonest. I'm just saying that also I come from a family with a long line of gold addiction.
I was just an intervention.
Yeah. You don't
I've
have
been
to,
part of
Yeah,
these.
you don't have to project onto me.
I'm usually on the opposite end.
Yeah, usually it's me.
Look,
This
Cinder,
isn't a sins of the father kind of a thing.
all right, you're not
This
wrong.
is just my job.
You're not wrong. All I'm saying is that by taking somebody else's cultural heritage, it's kind of like colonization in a weird way, right?
You have my respect, sir. You are a very intelligent man. I can tell by the way you so eloquently put this man in his place.
Look, listen, my lady, do you want me to put it back?
Absolutely.
I put most of it back.
But he still keeps
All right.
500 gold pieces
All right,
worth of jewels.
roll a sleight of hand, and you roll a perception.
Yes.
17.
Oh, damn. 13.
Then she notices that you didn't.
The
and you say
bulging
all of it.
rubies from your pocket.
So she looks at you and like a mom and goes, "Now the other pocket, all of it."
He drops his head, reluctantly pulls it out.
Thank you.
Look, Cinder, when we're all done with this, you can come work at my brewery.
Okay, now
Okay.
enough of this. Ren, you had something earlier that you wanted.
I just want to.
You were with Peleus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see-
All right,
'cause
Peleus. What are you and Ren doing?
I picked up one of the scrolls to look at it.
Okay. Well, let's see here. What do we have?
I'm just gonna kind of like float up and sit on one of the platforms.
Okay.
Also, like now seeing your face, I feel really bad.
What, my, like, in
like
real
Caleb's
life? Or
face.
what do you
Yeah.
mean?
I just feel like I betrayed you.
He's just mad that he rolled that.
I'm having some like meta guilt.
Stay true to the character.
So, Peleus, you pick up a scroll.
Yeah.
You pick up a second level spell scroll,
Cool.
and you're looking at it, and you see that it is a second level spell scroll. If I don't have it specifically, I just rolled that number on the loot table.
Cool. Oh, it's a second level spell scroll. Neat. Oh, gee, I wish I knew how to read though.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, don't know how to read.
That's
looks-
a lie.
Looks like they're all these spell scrolls.
There are tons of spell scrolls. Some are rolled up, some are open. There are spell scrolls. There's also just like random, looks like weird random journal things. Just like, some of them actually can even be letters to people. You see, dear so-and-so, and then signed from somebody else at the bottom.
So this appears to be just a bunch of loot. This isn't what we're here for.
My lady,
I want to do an investigation check to see if I can find a sword.
I was just going to ask.
Nobody's looking for a freaking sword.
My lady, according to the local legends, is there any idea on where this sword would be located in here?
It's just vaguely says within the temple of Sidset, Lady of the Yellow.
And do you believe this to be the temple?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Should I use the other half of the sword as like a dousing rod?
Yes.
For the other half of the sword.
Yes.
Oh, look at your map. Look at the map.
Yeah, what's on the map, bro?
What? Oh, yeah. Then Peleus pulls out the map and looks at it. What does it say?
You are here, sword is here.
It's just pinging slightly.
Peleus. On the map, you see the entire room as it's sort of set up.
Yeah.
The good version of what I drew, but then also... You see a door that sort of like, but it's more like,
It's a dotted line door.
Yeah, it's a dotted line door. So if you're standing here at the altars, you look forward, you would think it's right in front of you, but what you just see is a bunch of treasure piled high, just like everywhere else in this thing, and a solid rock wall.
So Peleus goes, "Oi, everyone!" and he holds up the map, and I point to the door on the map, and then straight ahead.
All right,
You'll get through that wall.
Yeah, I pull up my dwarven shovel and just heaps of gold, just flinging,
clearing a path
yeah,
to the.
Absolutely, it's one of the collapsible kinds.
Yeah.
So
For
it's
digging latrines.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So you walk
Lovely.
up to the end, the edge right here.
Yeah, and I'm just moving gold out of the way.
And you start to dig in like you're plowing shovel. Okay. So the second that you do that, you go like this. You put like a bunch of effort into it. You trip forward.
Oh.
The illusion drops, and you see like a space.
Do I fall on my face like a loser?
Yep.
As soon as I get up, I look around to see who saw me, and
Everyone roll
watching.
perception checks.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yes.
17.
Good.
9.
Good.
24.
Okay.
17.
Okay, so everybody but Peleus. Peleus is like very excited about the map. He's looking down at the map. Everyone else, though, Durok's like, maybe nobody noticed. And you look up and you turn around and everyone's looking at you. Just like trying not to laugh. But Peleus has got the map up in front of his face. He's like, the door. And then like he drops the map down and looks around at everyone else. And there's like an awkward silence. He's like, wait, what happened? And so he missed it. But what you see is an open
Doorway, hallway.
Open doorway going into
Causeway.
a hallway.
You guys, I bet that was minor illusion.
Yeah, it seems like a minor illusion.
Yeah.
Because it was really crappy.
So Peleus is gonna just move forward now that he sees this open hallway. I'm gonna walk into the hallway.
Okay, and as you walk into the hallway, that's where we leave it for this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Dum-ba-da-bum.
So, thank you all very much for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I've been your host and DM for Season 3, Bentley Michaels. To my right, we have...
Caleb is Cinder Darkloft.
Dash is Peleus.
Rhett is Durok.
Milo is Ren.
And Riley as the Golden Lady.
Oh, grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.